Hello, Magi here, and welcome to a new, yes, you heard me, episode of Top 10 Touhou Pictures. This one is even worse as the last episode was in Valentine's Day, so even longer than the top 5 Touhou doujin works. Oh yeah, I'm resurrecting some of these series back, for the time being anyway. Enough of that, let's start the real deal. In case you somehow forgotten, Touhou is originally a game. With Touhou having over 500,000 pictures when it comes to fan art, it's no surprise when some of these fan arts mixes the girls with some other game series. Just to note with the list, it will comprise pictures based on games I've personally played. So I'm sure there are better pictures in the internet that does a good crossover with another series, but they might be games I've never played, so keep that in mind. So without further ado, let's begin the top 10 video game crossover Touhou pictures. Number 10. When you're a fairy, chances are you like to explore and mess around because it's fun. When you're not getting blasted from the shrine meeting, that is. Sometimes during your adventure, you might come across someone you were not expecting, especially in Gensokyo. Well, when you support as much as Crystal Maiden does, you might want to step back and relax for a bit. And going to another world where your allies can't bother you is a bonus, alright? Now I wonder how Chirino would help in the war against the ancients. Number 9. Whenever someone is talking about the Metroid series, there's a good chance the first thing you'll think of is the main heroine of the series, Samus Aran. Considering the amount of times you play her, it's no mystery. Another thing you could be imagining are the creatures that are literally called Metroid. What if I told you these little buggers had another form you never knew of until now? Let me show ya. Now, whenever I see Suiko's hat, I'm always going to assume it's a Metroid in disguise. Not for sure if that's a good or bad thing. Number 8. The Legend of Zelda. Oh boy, what can I say about this lovely series? Aside from being kick-ass games and being one of the most beloved series in video game history, you don't even need to play to know what the game's usually about. Kill shit, loot shit, save princess, sages, whoever the bloody hell we're dealing with for that game, or at least that's how I look at it. From all the Zelda games I've played, my personal favorite happened to be quite unique to the series. Oh yeah, Majora's Mask. There's so much I can say about it, it's not even funny. But this picture does a pretty good job referencing a lot of things from Majora's Mask. From Suika and Dehiso Tensoku's role in stopping the moon, to the UI, to freaking Kokoro being Link, which works so well with this game. And let's not forget the motherfucking moon, which is now a Yukari. Well, it would have certainly saved me quite a bit from the nightmares I had from the moon. Number 7. So Resident Zombie Yoshika could give Yuyuko and Rumia a run for their money when it comes to an eating contest. Why? Well, Yoshika's ability has her capable of literally eating anything. I'd say that give her the edge, but that's just me. There's another character who can compete with Yoshika's ability. While their abilities can compete with another, why do that when you could instead combine to create a super eating machine called the Yoshika? Yeah, forgive me on that. Anyway, with their fusion, the two will always be able to heal when eating something, and they'll turn that enemy into an egg and throw it at someone. It's a unique way of dealing with enemies, that's for sure. Number 6. Now I was just talking about an eating contest with Yoshika, Yuyuko, and Rumia. With Yuyuko, it's obvious she's a glutton. Could probably give the shonen characters a run for their money. There's a character she's been associated with due to her eating. I'm sure you guys are expecting this crossover. I'd be lying if I say these two didn't look badass. Kirby having a crossover with Yuyuko is no surprise, but adding Meta Knight as Yomu with their costume really looks bloody awesome. Even their personality works well with this picture. Looks like the Netherworld got some new residents. Number 5. I love the Fallout games, at least the FPS ones from Bethesda and Obsidian. Each game having their own amazing story, gameplay, characters, and so on. I even tried to make a playthrough of Fallout 4 on my channel. Tried as the key word. When it takes 2 hours to render a video clip in the highest setting, plus uploading it to YouTube, you can imagine how impatient I would get when the game first released. I could say Touhou and Fallout won't work, but we all know that the series don't give a fuck and will cross over with anything it wants. Anything. This picture is of no surprise. In case you didn't know what this picture was referencing, it's Fallout New Vegas, my favorite of the series, but more importantly, it's from the Dead Money DLC, which is another of my favorite DLCs. All the little references made it even more enjoyable. Yuyuko as the hollow Vera keys, to Kyoko being those annoying ass radios, to the ghost people wearing Yoshika's hat, and even the text itself. The first text there says impossible, which is what I thought of when I first played it. And this text saying 10 desires, which is cool given the theme Dead Money was all about. If you loved or hate the CR Madre, at the very least, you'll appreciate this picture. Number 4. A lot of the girls have weapons, most of them being swords because swords are cool and shit. And there are other types in this series like umbrellas, scythes, a fucking ladle. You may be questioning the ladle, but with its ability to flood ship, I'd say it's pretty dangerous. This next picture showcases a weapon that hasn't been used by the girls yet. If Zune made a girl use it, I'd probably flip my shit. Ice nunchucks. We can work with that. I wonder how Chirino will look if she were to use one in action. Okay, Chirino with Ice Nunchuck is a pretty stylish choice, I must say. Number 3. For those who don't know, I play WoW. It's kinda obvious given my channel icon, background, and even the annotations. So it's clear I had to find a picture that worked with the two series. It wasn't exactly easy given there was only one page for me to work with, but I made it happen. Let me introduce you to Lord Hina. You may be curious as to why she's pimping out more bones than we have in our body and wielding a bloody axe. This picture is referencing the first boss, Lord Marigar in Ice Crown Citadel, a raid in WoW. It's a giant ass skeletal reaper, if you will. Now Marigar has one ability which is the sole reason why the two are connected, which I gotta admit I didn't think of until I saw this picture, so let me show ya. Yeah, this guy really loved to spin. Hell, is one of the things that made this fight annoying to be honest, and the spikes, but that's something else. Keep on spinning, Lord Hina, keep on spinning. Number 2. When you think of sandbox games, there's a good chance you'll think of the Grand Theft Auto series. GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, and 5 are all amazing games in their own right. Again, I would say you couldn't pair the two together, but remember, everything gets a crossover with Touhou. Looks like Grove Street got some new reinforcement from Gensokyo to help against the Ballas. Even Chen agrees with me. Motherfuckers! Remember guys, Grove Street for life, or you just straight up a bust. Number 1. If you've watched my vlogs when it came to anime conventions, there are usually two things I always talk about. The massive amount of shit I've bought during said convention, and how I'm always involved in a Smash tournament. So this picture is of no surprise. This picture is perfect in every way. Moku as Captain Falcon, Chirino getting the Falcon Punch, Sanae as Luigi, Letty and Chirino as the Ice Maker, rest in peace, and Pikachu as fucking Eek. I swear, that part alone made it the reason this was my number 1 spot. The characters are drawn similar to the models in the game. The UI itself and just everything that's happening at once makes it so freaking awesome. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, it's been ages since I did a video, but I'm glad I made it. Which pictures were your favorite? Do you think Chirino with nunchucks is a good idea? Are you Grove Street for life? Or do you want a Smash/Touhou crossover game? Like always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. or else Chen might come over and bust a cap in my ass. And I would prefer to not get blasted. That's just me. Like always, this is Metroid, and thanks again for watching.